Yahoo! Good morning. Oh goodness gracious. Today I feel much better. Currently 8:55 a.m., 6th of February 2026, Friday. I know Friday is my cleaning day, but I just finished doing everything. I just showered and everything, so I'm actually waiting for my laundry. So I might go for a bit after this, but yeah, so today can't really afford to, kind of pause because it's already February and I need to send my assignment by March, which is why I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to continue studying even though it's Friday. And plus I have the energy to do it today, so I'm fine. I'm okay. Because on January was like, it like the new semester just started, so I was like, maybe Friday I'm gonna take off a bit. But now I'm like, okay, I need to I need to study too today. Yeah, やるしかないですよね. If I don't, I don't know. I really don't want to stress myself out. Um, yeah, my calendar is here. Where's my pen? Okay. Oh my god, I didn't write yesterday. Yesterday we probably started at around the same time, maybe a bit earlier, 8:40 I think, but we finished around 11 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, because also there was like lag.
Right.
Yeah. Like we wanted to play Heartopia and then end up like it suddenly lag midway. Selamat pagi, good morning. Oh. Hold on, ah.
Meow.
I didn't
Right.
update my book yesterday. Arigato. Good morning, good morning. Ohayo. Selamat pagi. So yesterday, study probably 8:50. I don't know, 8:50 to 11. What did I do yesterday? Yeah, 多分それだけかな. Did I edit yesterday? I forgot. I think I did a bit of assignment too. Yeah, I did a bit of writing. And then I have class 8:15. Curriculum class from 8:15. Yesterday I was actually thinking about streaming, but then I was like
Meow. Right.
sleepy. I'm so sleepy early now. I think I have fixed my sleep schedule. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah. Rar, Erin, hatom arigato, selamat pagi. Nyaho, nyaho. Good morning, selamat pagi. Okay, today I woke up at 5. Almost 6, so I say I wake up at 6. And then I started cleaning around 7. Finish around 8:30 probably. But yeah, my laundry is still going, so I need to go pick it up after this. Probably around 9:15. 8:55. Okay, I'm updated. Good job fixing your sleep schedule. No, I already fixed my sleep schedule. I woke up better now. I woke up feeling better. I sleep earlier. Yeah, usually I probably like sleep at 3 or 2 back in December 2025, but now I kind of like sleep around 11, 12, and then I probably like wake up around 3, 4, 5. Yeah. But if I sleep more, probably I wake up at 5 towards 6. Yeah. Sometimes I woke up 3, but yeah, lately I've been waking up at 5. On Tuesday I wake up at 3. 3:55. Yeah, so far my sleep schedule have been, it's been good.
Meow.
That's mean you're getting
Right.
old because I sleep early? I think so. You know what? I usually don't like eating pau kacang merah. You know red beans? I don't like that red beans. Tapi this morning, I was like, "Alah, kacang merah ke?" I asked Mama Nyan, and then she's like, "Yeah, that's the only one that's available." And then I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Sure, why not?" And then I eat it, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, it actually tastes good." And I'm like, did my taste palette change? Cause like, did you know that your taste palette will change every 7 years? At least that's what I heard. Maksudnya kita punya reaction terhadap makanan tu berubah setiap 7 tahun gitu. Maksudnya kita punya I don't know what is the word in Malay. Palette? Yeah. Dulu I tak nak langsung makan kacang merah. Mesti I nak kaya ke, nak coklat ke. I tak nak makan yang kacang merah. Pasal I macam, sedap pula. Oh no. I'm getting old. Yeah. If you want to know, pau kaya pandan dekat Eco Shop sedap. Iya? Pau kaya dekat Eco Shop. I tak tahu dekat area Eco I ada ke tak. Tapi nanti I cuba check. Thank you, Aisyah. Hi and good morning. Good morning. Selamat pagi. I finished SPM but I want to join too. Join apa? Oh, you want to join the stream? Sure. Kejap lagi, Sarah akan bincang pasal bentuk penglibatan keluarga dalam pendidikan. Tapi sebelum Sarah start, Sarah nak pergi ambil dulu baju sebab tengah basuh tu. Sebenarnya hari ni, ikutkan selalunya Sarah tak stream hari Jumaat sebab Sarah bersih. Like it's a cleaning day for me. Memang hari Jumaat ni, vacuum, lap lantai, bersihkan toilet semua. Tapi sebabkan sekarang ni dah Februari nak masuk macam March I dah kena hantar my assignment, so I macam, you know what, I'm just gonna study today. Yeah. Hello, Choco-chan. Hello. Morning, teacher. Hi, Shina. Selamat pagi, Shina. Shina sehat? Do you do your character sendiri? Oh, tak. Character ni, nama artis yang buat my model yang ni, nama dia Naru. Kejap, kita tunggu. Okay, dia tengah loading. That topic is my presentation? Really? What? Forms of family engagement? Tanta kita study sama tak? Ohayo! Ush, nama dia. Oni-chan Teita. Oh, wait, sorry, terlepas. Kalau model yang Sarah tengah pakai ni, artis dia namanya Naru. Yeah, Naru yang buat model ni untuk Sarah. Berapa bayaran tu? Yang model ni? Model ni dia special sikit sebab Naru kinda make it for free for me. Cuma rigging I bayar 500. Ya. Tapi model VTuber macam ni selalunya 1,000 lebih lah. Contohnya macam model Sara yang ni. Model Sara yang ni 1,850. Yeah, this one. Yang ni, yeah, like I said, this model specifically is a bit special sebab Naru kinda make it for free for me. Sebab I tak commission dengan dia. Dia yang nak buatkan untuk I masa tu. Tal dia rigger. Dia buat model ni bergerak. Naru dia buat buat macam dia lukis model je, tapi dia tak boleh buat modelnya bergerak. Jadi yang buat modelnya bergerak adalah Talha. Sarah buat commission design VTuber ke? Design Sarah sendiri lukis. Dulu Sarah lukis. Oh, it's not pretty lah. Tapi I make the concept. So designing is 100% from me. Tapi I commission orang buat lah. Commission buat model tu based on my drawing gitu. Sekejap Kalau terkejut macam mana rupa dia? Oh, yang ni tak ada expression. Kan free. Yelah, Naru buat ni for free. So, tak adalah expression. Konsep dia dulu macam ni. My drawing. Yeah. This is the concept. I draw them before. Basically, I kind of trace myself. And then, I color it and everything. Yeah. Don't know make model can make money. Yeah, if you're an artist, kalau you boleh lukis, you can try. Learn how to make model. Tapi kena hargai sebab tak mudah nak lukis dan gerakkan. True. It is not easy. Which is why kan sebab Naru got me this model for Naru make this model. Dia offer dia cakap macam ni tau. Sarah, can I make a model for you? And I was like, wait, what do you mean you want to make model for me? And then she's like, it's okay, I want to experiment. Sebab VTuber yang pakai tudung jarang lah ada. Which is why dia macam nak experiment and make it as a portfolio, I guess, basically. Lepas tu dia cakap, cuma tu lah, tak ada expression. I tak boleh buat expression sangat sebab dia natural. So, muka dia sedih ke marah ke, dia natural lah. More pada natural expression. Dia ikut my muka macam tu. I was really good at painting, but to make it move, well, need to study it. Okay, so if you are interested into making it study, you can try looking up on YouTube a lot of live 2D tutorial. Yeah. So, live 2D is where people make it work, like move, rig it. Yeah, like this. You're Kyla. I'm not Kyla. Okay, I asked Nebula, my friend. Do I sound like Kyla? And then she's like, okay, well, there is a moment that you would sound like Kyla if I talk calmly. Dia kata kalau I cakap dengan secara bertenang, I would sound like Kyla. And I'm like, really? Maji de? いや、わかんないけどね、あんまり知らないです。I've watched a bit of Kyla's and then I'm like, I don't know how I sound like her. 同じじゃないと思う。Coba cakap, dah lah. Hi Kyla. I'm not Kyla. やめろ。Punya. Penglibatan ibu bapa dalam pembelajaran anak-anak. This is my topic. Family engagement lah kan basically. Tante kita sama tak study? Real. Sarah buat commission design. Oh, sorry, dah baca dah tadi. Since last year I follow you. Until now you still sound like Kyla. Wait, what? What, G? I don't know. It depends too, because my voice changes a lot. You know, my voice kind of change a lot. Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm excited, I sound really high pitched. 2D drawing is basically like PNG images. Yeah, and you can move it by... Okay, so you lukis je secara 2D, tapi kena buat macam ni. Kena buat lukis berasingan. And then when you lukis berasingan ni, nanti waktu rigging tu, you boleh gerakkan dia. Yeah, you get what I mean? True, I just met you and you do sound like Kyla. No way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Cepat sangat kak ni besar. What do you mean? Mixter Alex. Kitsuna Kohaku. Thank you for the gift. Gifta arigatou. Thank you. So kalau Sara ni Kyla, siapa Bibo? What do you mean? Nah, man. Depends. Because my voice range is like, okay, there's like the calming and soothing voice, and then there's like the, you know, like the, the small voice. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Sekarang dah pukul berapa? Pukul 9 je. Let me go check my laundry. Kalau dah siap, I nak angkat jap. Hari tu karakter Chibi ni dah besar dah. Oh, ini sebenarnya karakter lama tau. This model tahun 2022. Yang Chibi tu yang baru sebenarnya. Chibi ni tahun 2025 baru keluar. Ya. Tapi model yang ni tahun 2022. Yeah, this one is actually the old one. Okay, jap. I pergi tengok baju.
Nyo. Bye.
Dah, nak bau. Bau lah. Wangi. Cuba bau. Wangi kan? Pakai minyak wangi apa? Tak ada sabun mandi tadi. Ha? Kau pakai sabun mandi lah. Bukanlah, itu guna yang tu lah. Oh. Tak, bukan. Yang bau wangi tu baru sabun mandi. Baik.
Aduh. Hello.
Kenapa rasa suara Chibi dengan ni lain Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said my voice dia berubah, mudah berubah. She looks sad when the character stays still. Really? Berapa harga kalau upah artis rigging untuk avatar model? Depends kepada artis awak. Artis awak tu dia nak charge awak berapa? Sara. Hello, Mr. Alex. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know, like actually, I think. Yep. I don't want to give you guys a fake news. let me check if this is correlated or I'm just. Oh, interesting. Okay, betul. Actually, okay lah. Actually, females like cycle, right? Kalau kitaran period perempuan tu dia boleh berkait dengan perubahan suara juga actually. Hey, wait, really? I'm learning something new. Voice in different phases of menstrual cycle. Sarah, hari ni plan stream apa? Hari ni kita kejap lagi kita study pasal bentuk penglibatan keluarga dalam pendidikan. Berapa K yang saya perlu spend? I'll even sell my friend's kidney stone for it. Why your friends? For example, for my friend, for me, yang model ni kan, rigging plus the arts as well and expressions is 1,850. 1,850 untuk model yang chibi ni dengan muka sekali, dengan pergerakan sekali. Semua tu 1,850. Tapi andai kata artis you jenis yang macam separate kan, dia lukis model je tapi dia tak rig. Itu pun nanti harga dia akan berbeza. Begitu. So depends kepada artis you. Ya. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Selamat pagi. Salam jemaat. Nyaho. Welcome in. There's search counting on YouTube. It's cute, funny, Japan music. Counting? Kalau copyright, I'm not gonna open it though. Sekejap let me check though. Nak upah Sarah buat assignment boleh ke? Tak boleh sebab Sarah punya assignment pun tak siap lagi. Counting Japanese song from 1 to... Is it from Hey Akim? It's not copyrighted. It's from Hey Akim, Disho? Banyak juga model taklah. Ni cuma tukar baju je actually. This one is tukar baju yang banyak-banyak ni you tengok. The model is pretty much the same but I just changed the clothes. But yeah, this one is different lah. Yes. Oh, I know that song. I listened to that song when I was like when it was new back then. I remember Hey Akim like ichi ni wait, no, bukan. 1、10、100円、1万、10万、100万、2000万、1億、10億。I don't remember the whole song. 1兆、10兆、100兆。I remember that song. 00000. Yeah, I've heard that song before actually when I was when it was published new. Yeah. Finally someone heard it. Yeah, I heard most of Hey Akim's song during probably 2016, 2017. I've heard it I like a hot dog. Yeah. Dah jadi besar. Yeah. Mr. Monkey, thank you for the hand heart. Hatomi mo arigato. Thank you for the gift dayo. Arigato. Imagine it was 8 years ago. Yeah, I watched it when masa tu dia viral lah. Dia baru upload je. I dah pernah tengok dah. Pasal wah, you know. What else does he make? You know, no one would care, so I am gonna eat some donuts. Yeah, I heard lagu dia lama dulu I pernah dengar lah, tapi sekarang I tak keep up with him, but I know he's still doing music. Yeah, the guy is amazing. The music that he make is pretty cool. And then he make Omae wa mo shinderu, if I'm not mistaken. Roses are red, violet are blue. Omae wa mo shindeiru. Yeah, that one. I heard it before. Right, Akira! Ice cream arigatou. Ice cream. Kita no kuni kara oishisa wa todoke ni kita. Ice cream. Marui shiawase. Yoku hiete hiru yo. Ingat ke siapa? Rupanya Sarah. Iyalah, Sarah. Yeah. Okay. Jadi, Sarah pun dah angkat baju. Lepas ni, Sarah, kita akan masuk ke topik kita pada hari ni, iaitu penglibatan keluarga dalam pendidikan. Okay, ni research daripada Malaysia sendiri. Penulisnya Nur Azila Hamid dan Mahaliza Mansur. Upsi. Good morning Benny. Apa nama site VTuner model tadi? VTuber model tadi? Live 2D. Kalau you nak gerakkan dia, rigging live 2D.
Right.
Ada pasar tani sekarang, nak tengok ada tak store takoyaki lain. Cuba. Jangan beli the same shop if it's not good. Yahohan, good morning. Tapi kan, Kayla pun kadang-kadang suka buat suara kecil-kecil for fun. For me, it's not for fun. It's kind of like my natural voice. If I'm excited, macam sekarang ni, I'm kind of like calm. You know, macam I tenang. I tak ada rasa particular emotions. So this is like my default voice lah. Macam tu, macam suara biasa. Kalau tengah main game kan, kadang-kadang macam, wah, like that. Yeah, but yang macam tu I buat-buat lah. It's not natural, but if it's natural, I don't know how. Like, if you look at my video, you can see the difference, I guess. Yeah, ちょっと違うってこと。Hi from Philippines. Hello, kamusta? Morning, Teacher Sarah. Saya on the way Thailand. Oh, hati-hati. Take care kat sana. Kalau kena scam juga, I officially hate takoyaki. It's okay. It means you're just not fortunate enough to find good takoyaki at your place, Akira. Yeah. It's okay. But yeah, alright, let's get into the topic. Tajuk dia, parental engagement using 4M concept in the education development process in Malaysia. Ini ditulis pada tahun bila? This one is published online on November 2023, 10 November. Yeah. How are you today? Alhamdulillah, I'm doing better today. I'm doing good. You are a very cool person? No, not at all. Jom kita belajar hari Jumaat. Iya, tapi mungkin boring sikit lah sebab dia bahasa Inggeris. Paper research dia dalam bahasa Inggeris. Tapi tak apa, Sarah cuba terangkan apa yang Sarah baca, okay? Okay, tapi Sarah kena faham dulu apa yang Sarah baca. Ohayo, Nanakusa-san nano? Soretomo, Ido? Happy study, thank you. Cikgu tandas, cikgu bukan tandas. Ini biasa ni. I remember back when I was teaching, I macam, my colleague. Dia macam mak-mak kan, umur dia 40 tahun ke atas. And then bila budak tu cakap, tandas. Dia kata, cikgu bukan tandas. Dia tak bagi budak tu pergi tandas kalau dia tak minta izin betul-betul. Tak bisa bahasa Inggeris, enggak apa-apa. Yeah. Box Jumaat. Oh, thank you for dropping, Akira. Nanakusa desu. Hisashiburi. Genki nano? Idoってさ、最近新しいバイトが始めたらしいね。コンビニで働いているんで。そうですよね。元気なの、Nanakusa-san? Paracetamol ke Panadol ke? Doktor cakap tu Panadol tapi nama dia Paracetamol. Dia macam ni. Panadol tu dia brand. Satu brand. Tapi nama ubat painkiller tu Paracetamol. Faham tak? Panadol tu brand. Awak kenal brand Panadol. Sedangkan Paracetamol ni, you boleh je cari Paracetamol brand lain. Tapi you tak kenal sebab Panadol sentiasa keluar dekat iklan. Anda rasa saya ada masa untuk sakit kepala? Gunakan Panadol Activas. Tapi sebenarnya ubat dia adalah Paracetamol. Begitu. Just dropping by, still very busy. Hey, it's okay. It's fine. Teacher, Akira penat lah nak balik. Teacher pun penat. What are you, Malay or Indo? Malay. Malaysia. Genki. Ido, koko ni ita to ki. Ita to ki. Nani ka 変なこと言ってた？いや、変なこと言ってないよ。全然変なこと言ってない。先生痛いよ。何が痛い？どうかしたの？はい。Alright. So let's start with abstract. The parental engagement across waves in the Malaysian Education Development Plan 2013 to 2025 is more focused in the context of academic achievement. Therefore, parental engagement needs to be expanded and given a new concept. This action is important to enable them to interact more effectively and engage continuously in line with the current needs. This concept paper aims to propose a concept to empower parental engagement in the educational development process in Malaysia. So basically, sekarang ni tajuk kita adalah penglibatan ibu bapa dalam pendidikan anak-anak, pendidikan kanak-kanak. So maksudnya dekat sini macam Pendidikan Malaysia, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia nak ibu bapa terlibat lebih lagi dalam pendidikan anak-anak. Maksudnya bukan hanya hantar anak ke sekolah dan ibu bapa tak tahu apa yang berlaku kat sekolah lah. Dia nak ibu bapa tahu juga apa yang anak-anak buat kat sekolah. Jadi ibu bapa akan terlibat dan hasilnya kenapa nak ibu bapa terlibat dalam pendidikan? Supaya anak-anak disokong dan kemudian keputusan ataupun keberkesanan pendidikan tu dapat dipertingkatkan. Oh my god, what happened to me? Sejak bila I pandai cakap macam ni? I'm a very generous kid. That's good. Generosity. なるほど。俺が、夜が私がメイドカフェを、待って、この漢字読めないですけど、すみません。やめたかな？やめたみんなに言ってたんだね。そう。言ってた。井戸がそういうこと言ってた。メイドカフェが辞めたって。だから今はコンビニで働いて。でも遅くまで仕事してますね。You work until very late tonight. Hi Sarah. Hi Undefined Z. 勉強の、そう、勉強です。Kanji is pain. Yeah, I cannot read some of the kanji, but I try to translate it and then I kind of like guess what the kanji is. Morning, Sarah. AM! Dah lama tak nampak. Apa khabar? Hi, Sarah. Hi, kiddo. Right. Nani? Fama nano ice cream go ageta. Arigato. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, so kita sambung. Epstein's model as a basis of reference via the practice of 4 management process 4M, namely planning, organizing, leading, and controlling to empower parents' engagement more effectively. The methods used are through the analysis of the Malaysian Education Development Plan 2013 to 2015. In addition, the literature review that related to parental engagement, Epstein's model and the management model. The result, a conceptual framework, was developed as proposed for parental engagement to practice the concept of 4M. The implications of the study contribute to the parents engage continuously and support in order for the Ministry of Education Malaysia to implement the national education development process more effectively. Okay, so untuk explain secara ringkas, Epstein's model ni diasaskan oleh Epstein Joyce. Ni tak ada kaitan dengan Epstein file tu. Epstein Joyce dia buat satu teori berkaitan satu teori iaitu overlapping spheres di mana keluarga sekolah perlu bekerjasama untuk meningkatkan kejayaan kanak-kanak di sekolah lah dan juga masyarakat ni. No, not Epstein from Epstein list. I'm saying this is made by Epstein Joyce. A different person. She's a woman. So yes, nothing related to that man. Bye Sarah, gotta go for my camp. Bye bye. I need your motivation to do my assignments too. I hope you are influenced in a good way then. I met B few days ago. Dia sihat, apa khabar? I think he have children now. Yeah? Shina, hatomi arigato. Hello. Alright. Sambung. So basically, dalam pendidikan, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia sendiri gunakan model ataupun teori this person, Joyce Epstein, iaitu penglibatan keluarga, sekolah dan masyarakat untuk meningkatkan keberkesanan pendidikan. Itu. Nani?
Meow. Right.
時々が、時々井戸が嫌いになる。なんで？見てよ。何が見て？待って。アイコンがまた変身してる。プロファイルアイコンを自分の写真に、変えたんだけど、あ、そうなんだ。ヤクザみたいです。いやー、全然ヤクザヤクザじゃないよ。大丈夫です。
フェイキドエンシナエンイズノエンキート。キーちゃんハートミありがとうみんな。ハートミありがとう。Thank you. にゃらーらーだよしな。
いや、全然、ヤクザっぽいじゃないと思いますよ。全然。I didn't see it. 見えないです。まあ、かっこいいと思うけどね。そう。I think it's cool. Alright. Parents play an important role in forming a brilliant generation. Accordingly, parental engagement should be given priority in the education development process in a country. In Malaysia, parental engagement is highlighted through Shift 9 in Malaysian Education Development Plan 2013 to 2025. To create a learning ecosystem in the community, Ministry of Education 2013. The implementation strategy of this policy is more focused at school partners that can improve the learning process, effectiveness, academic performance of students and the school as whole. Ministry Education Malaysia 2017. However, the effectiveness of parents in managing their engagement of this context has received less attention, especially in contributing social support to this education development plan. So, setakat ni, ibu bapa ataupun keluarga punya engagement, penglibatan tu belum lagi berkesan lah dekat Malaysia. Hence, parental engagement needs to be expanded and given a new concept in order to play a role comprehensively. Moreover, it is necessary for parents to be involved continuously in the educational development process more effectively. I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Good luck. All right, have a nice breakfast. Further strengthen the parental engagement, not only as strategic partners related to academic achievement, but also able to interact on educational issues that may affect the national education development process, such as the issue of dropping out of education, social problems. This concept supports parental engagement that also seen as a predictor of academic achievement and behavioral problems. All right. People love to lepas tangan. Ya, kita dah berbincang sebelum ni. Ibu bapa lepas hantar anak ke sekolah, so dia 100% biarkan cikgu saja yang mendidik. Sedangkan ibu dan bapa perlu bekerjasama dengan guru supaya pendidikan anak kita maksud I macam generasi yang muda ni lah, kanak-kanak kan. Kanak-kanak ni perlukan sokongan ibu bapa dalam pendidikan di sekolah. Macam tu. Tapi yelah, sebenarnya realitinya pun mungkin generasi dulu tak ada pun dia terlibat sangat dengan, dia macam hantar anak ke sekolah, kau dengarlah cakap cikgu kau, biasanya lah. Tapi sekarang ni I tengok dia macam more pada pelik sikit. Macam ibu bapa are antagonizing teachers, you know. Ibu bapa macam melawan pula cikgu. So dia macam sekarang pelibatan ibu bapa dengan sekolah dia dah macam tak sama macam dulu. Mungkin disebabkan social media, penggunaan Telegram, penggunaan WhatsApp, penggunaan Facebook dan social media yang lain. Cuma zaman I kira penglibatan tu ialah macam ambil report card apa semua tu adalah sikit-sikit. But yeah, my parents themselves pun sebab they're working and everything, so like not much like involvement with like homeworks ke apa macam tu. Yeah, I try to do most of them myself. Matematik je lah I cuba. I try to ask but I end up regretting it most of the time. 最近、彼、タバコ。I don't remember the kanji. What is the word for smoking? 忘れちゃったね。ちょっと。一応よ、私。忘れちゃったかな。やっぱり水ね。タバコ吸いすぎ。そっかストレスかな大丈夫吸いすぎ。I remember doing math while crying. Bro, that's just classic, I guess. Everyone is experiencing that. It's sad. Sweet Friday and everything, Sarah. Thank you, Imi. May your Friday is blessed. Parents sekarang sayang anak sampai tak boleh sentuh. Betul? Hello, what are we reading in this fine morning? A good morning to you, Parzival. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but yeah, right now we are reading about parents' involvement or parents' engagement in education. In education, yeah. Maksudnya penglibatan ibu bapa dalam pendidikan anak-anak lah. Ya, tada no baka da yo. Sokka. いやね、この前、自分の兄も、ついてる I don't know how to say it. Like, he used to, なんか、smoke. 理由がストレスだけど、もう今は、勉強が終わった。それでもう、あんまりストレスじゃないから、やめた。いや、personally, like personally from the people that I know, they smoke because they are stressed, but I don't know if it applies to everyone. Yeah. Like once the person is not stressed, they don't like smoke anymore. At least that's my like experience. All right. So let's continue. So this paper highlights the empowerment of parental engagement using the concept base of 6 types by Epstein's model and also a management model by Stoner. Epstein's model can be applied to expand the parental engagement in the national education development process starting at home, school, and in the community environment. For management practices, it is suggested to apply the concept of how individuals are able to achieve the goals. For example, in the process How to Manage a Personal Budget by Lloyd and Aho, the use of this concept enables parents to carry out an activity more systematically because the processes are interconnected and occur simultaneously. Therefore, this concept paper is to pay attention to the parental engagement through the 4M: managing process, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't understand. It says 4M, but there's like 5. Process, managing process, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Well, I'm just gonna read first. It's not Epstein's file, for God's sakes. This is made by Epstein Joyce. It's a theory related to families' involvement in children's education. Penglibatan ibu bapa dalam pendidikan anak-anak. 彼は、ストレスのせいじゃなくて、いつもタバコついてるんだよ。あ、そっか。じゃあ、癖だね。それが。なんか、タバコ吸いてるの理由は癖多分。そうそう。じゃあ、勉強頑張ってね、サラさん。私は、井戸にお弁当、あお弁当、あ、この漢字読めない。でも、理解できる。I understand. You're going to send 弁当。あ、渡してね。この漢字。渡してくるよ。あ、そっか。はい。じゃあ、気をつけてね。七草さん。take care だよ。take care. Welcome in, Chan. Selamat pagi. Alright. Parental engagement describes as the dedication and active participation of family members, parents, or other family members participate in the student life. Wait. Bye bye! Bye bye, Nanakusa-san! お大事に. Belajar Jepun dekat mana, Kak? Belajar sendiri. Parental Engagements Policy through Shift 9, Malaysian Education Development Plan 2013-2025 are more focuses to create a learning ecosystem in the community that can improve the learning process, effectiveness, academic performance of students and the school as a whole. The parents' role as school partners are needed to be empowered so that more research and practices should be implemented to get support and better understand how parents be able to manage their engagement more effectively in education development process. Ni baca kat mana, Kak? Boleh cari parental engagement using 4M concept in the education development process in Malaysia. Ini penulisnya pelajar daripada UPSI. I learned Japanese at AAG for a year, but I remember nothing. What is AAG? Never heard of it. 来たことないです。This action need to be taken into consideration because parental engagement is important, especially in influencing academic achievement. Anyhow, lack of parental support and engagement in students' life can also contribute to behavior issues. Okay. Moreover, a few previous studies as well support the concept of parental engagement in education based on Epstein's model. Therefore, this concept paper focuses on 6 types of parental engagement based on the Epstein's model: parenting, communication, volunteering, learning at home, decision-making, collaboration with the community. This concept is given priority to empower parents to engage effectively whether at home, school, or in the community. Further, the management model by Stoner is also given attention. This model is also proven to be applicable in the context of education to manage co-curricular activities in school. The concept expressed through this model is an interconnected management processes, achieving target or objective. As a result, the practice of 6 steps in parental engagement using the 4M concept is able to support the national education development process in more systematic way to achieve the set targets. Ambang Asuhan Jepun AAJ at UM basically asasi for 2 years before we fly to Japan to continue degree. Tapi I tak sambung Jepun sebab poin terendah. I see. Faham, faham. Hello, nyaho, Junichiru. Good morning, selamat pagi. Alright. Let me read this a bit. Okay. Parental engagement using 4M in educational development process at home, school, and community. Sekejap, I kena check jugalah yang 2013-2025 tu macam tak jelas. Is this... Okay. It's funny though, they call it 4M, but it's like 5. There's like 5. Okay.
Alamak, VTuber Malay. Semangat, Kak. Terima kasih, Amelia. Selamat pagi, Cikgu. Selamat pagi, Pak Mat Tempe.
Alright. Engagement for managing process 4M, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling.
Right. Fei, hatom ya, arigatou. Thank you.
Parenting, parents manage to create a home environment to support their children as students, in addition to getting help related to parenting skills. Communication, parents manage to create a two-way communication for educational development activities. Home learning, parents manage to obtain information and ideas about how to help students with homework at home and other materials related to curriculum, decisions, and educational development planning. Volunteering, parents arrange for help and support as voluntarily related to educational development activities according to their time. Decision making, parents manage by participating in decision making related to the educational developmental activities. I'm gonna take this because like I take parenting and decision making. So let me just copy that real quick. What major? I am a psychology major. But this is under education, early education, parenting, and decision making. Parents manage by participating in decision making related to educational development activities. Update. Tonight, able to sleep without some ASMR. Dang, my brain tired as heck.
Get a lot of rest,
Pak Mat Tempe. Collaborating with the community, parents manage to obtain resources and services from the community in addition to fostering shared responsibility to strengthen the educational development processes. Do you think that current world system rewards educations? That's a difficult question actually, because it depends on what kind of person we're talking about, right? It depends on your intention as well. You belajar kerana apa? You get what I mean? Some people, they have a different intention when they're learning in educations. But yeah, the current world system, I'd say, if we look in the working field, there are people that shared, they kind of regret studying until masters, end up not being employed because they are too overqualified and they have no experience, which I don't see the reward there. But some people, they just want to study to fulfill their own achievement in a sense, so that may be rewarding for the person. So it depends on what kind of person we're talking about, right? Who is it rewarding? Depends on who we were talking to. If you study because you want the current system to reward you, then it's really bad. That, yeah, basically for me personally, I study because I want to increase my own knowledge and I'm not really expecting much when it comes to job, because like whatever that is like my rezeki lah. Tengoklah my rezeki macam mana like that. Yeah, it's hard if we just focus like I tak adalah baik sangat, but like I just learn to live more towards like tawakal, like study, belajar tu biar berniat kerana Allah like that. For me lah, because like if you study for your intention to study hanya untuk dunia, you study sebab parents suruh, contoh itu sebab dunia lah, sebab ibu bapa suruh. You study sebab you nak kerja yang bagus, itu pun sebab dunia. It's kind of like maybe either you boleh jadi benda tu in the end kind of like buat you rasa kecewa. Which is why I'm like, I study so that I can perbaiki myself. And at the same time, when I study, I always kind of, in a way or two, find something to relate to, like religion in a sense. But that's just how my brain is wired. So dia tak sama. Orang lain dia punya perspektif. I tak boleh samakan diri I dengan orang lain lah.
Nyaho, nyaho awal.
I learn more when I study to help someone or some community. I see. Whose theory? Epstein theory, but it's not the Epstein you think it is. This is Joyce Epstein. She makes a theory about how family, school, and community should work together in order to increase children's success rate in education. Tak ada kerja tak apa, boleh jadi petani nanti. Betul, orang dulu kita bertani untuk makan. Kais pagi makan pagi, kais petang makan petang. Tengah beli store lain, mix semua ayam, ketang, bola, daging, sotong. 12 for 14 ringgit. Have you eaten it? Is it worth it? Yeah. What if some dude inside make thesis title homework ke? How to traumatize people without traumatize them? I don't think that works. Pasal seorang billionaire tak guna rosak semua nama Epstein. That's what pisses me off actually. And what pisses me off even more is about how cruel that man is, and the people that also join him in doing whatever horrible thing that they're doing. I'm like, how are we even human? You know what? I'm so glad that I saw Aisha's post, so that post kind of makes me think like, okay, instead of taking this too negatively, I mean, like, of course, it is a negative thing, but in a sense, this guy, he's a reminder of why Jahannam exists, why Neraka exists. This type of people exist. Sorry, I went to tangent again. I kind of like I don't know. I know not all people kind of like macam if I relate things to religion, but like that's just how my brain kind of like like my brain kind of like always connect like that because I'm wired like that. Like I'm raised in that kind of like environment, which is why I always go back to it. But yeah. Well, there's a saying, power can corrupt, absolute power can corrupt absolutely. Well, that's the thing because you know what? I'm just gonna I don't know if you guys know Aisha, but my god, her post is really good. You know that fake country? Yeah, it's not real. It's not real. I'm just gonna open that for you guys to listen as well. Cause yeah, it's a good post. It's a good post. When she talked about Surah At-Tin, right? Yeah. Sometimes we always like think about, oh, how bad of this and that. But then when you relate it with like Quran, then I feel like, wait, actually things make sense. And when things make sense, then it also makes you feel kind of, you want to be closer and like you want to prevent yourself from doing bad things too. Aisyah. Sebab, and there's also one thing lah, we know that someone did a terrible thing, but at the same time kita tak boleh condemn sangat orang, you know. The thing is, sometimes lagi kita mencaci orang tu, benda tu mungkin akan kembali kepada kita, which is why, like, I dislike the whole thing, but I don't really want to talk too much about it, because, like, what if I talk bad about people one day, the bad things, like, I do bad things too, right? Yeah, which is why, cakap tu berpada lah, kita jangan cakap, sebab kita nak cakap je, kita kena cakap dengan isi.
About the Epstein files.
Which is why I prefer reading, you know, on my stream. I want to read so that I learn something, and then you guys can also learn together with me. Yeah, because I tak mencipta benda. I'm reading facts that people already make. But yeah, take your time and listen to this one. It's actually pretty good.
I was with some friends the other day and we were talking about the Epstein files. Specifically, we were talking about the new level of atrocities that had been unlocked by the public to the public, which involved certain rituals and the consumption of human infants. I'm going to phrase it like that, and I'm not going to put them here because I don't want this video or my account to get flagged for anything, but you can definitely search those up. It's really graphic, really gruesome stuff. Anyway, one of my friends said that a lot of people are having trouble wrapping their heads around just how horrendous the things that were reported are. So they are in a lot of disbelief. And this disbelief has led these people into thinking that the Epstein cases are exaggerated or falsified altogether, fabricated, made up. These people, they refuse to believe that humans can behave like monsters. Then this friend of mine mentioned something really interesting. She brought up Surah At-Tin, which is the 95th chapter of the Quran, the fig. So in Surah At-Tin, Allah says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين.
Morning stream, true.
Allah created mankind in the best form. أحسن تقويم, in the best form, in the best shape, in the best way, in the best mold. But then what does Allah say? ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين. And then we reduced mankind to the lowest of the low. أسفل سافلين. What does Allah mean by this? When Allah says He can reduce mankind to become the lowest of the low, He's saying that He can guide and He can lead astray whoever He so wishes to. In Surah Al-Jathiyah, verse 23, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أفرأيت من اتخذ إلهه هواه وأضله الله على علم وختم على سمعه وقلبه وجعل على بصره غشاوة فمن يهديه من بعد الله أفلا تذكرون. صدق الله العظيم. Allah leads astray those who take their own
Oh wait, bro, why you guys don't tell me I'm covering her face?
Desires as God. They worship their desires. And when I say worship their desires, it sounds really heavy, but desires, they don't necessarily have to be like sexual desires, you know. That is one form of desire, nafsu shahwat. But desires can be exacted by any part of the body, and they can come in many forms. Desires are just simply your wants. They're your whims. They're what you want. And when you take your own desires as God, when you take your own desires as your ilah, as your God, when you worship your desires, when you worship your wants, that means whatever you do, your purposes, your actions, your intentions, your priorities, your choices will center around what you want and what you want, not what Allah wants. And once again, desires don't necessarily mean sexual desires. That is one form of desire, but wants can be exacted by any part of the body. What do the hands want to do? Where do the legs want to go? Where do the eyes want to see or watch? What does the tongue want to say? What do the ears want to listen to? What does the stomach want to consume? And so on. But the point here is those who take their desires as their God, i.e. they revolve their actions and intentions and purposes around their wants, around what they want. They let what they want govern their day-to-day. Allah will lead them astray, and Allah will make these people asfala safilin, the worst of the worst, the lowest of the low. So Allah very much can reduce mankind to be the lowest of the low, to be literal scum, inhabitants of the hellfire, of the Jahannam. Except who? In the rest of Surah Ad-Din, Allah says, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ غَيْرُ مَمْنُونٍ فَمَا يُكَذِّبُكَ بَعْدُ بِالدِّينِ أَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ بِأَحْكَمِ الْحَاكِمِينَ. The point that my friend was trying to make when she brought up Surah Ad-Din was that mankind, i.e. we, have the capability to be the best of the best because we were created from the best of the best. We were created from the perfect form, ahsani taqweem, the best form. But we also have the capability to be the worst of the worst. We have the capacity to be asfala safilin, the worst of the worst, literal scum, inhabitants
This
of the
really
hellfire of
changes my like perspective of like if I receive bad news, sometimes I feel overwhelmed when I get like bad news and like people doing bad things. I'm just like, why people are doing this stuff, but then like when I hear like Aisha kind of break it down, kind of like relate it to Quran, then I'm like, okay, you know what? When that like makes sense, it kind of like calms you down in a sense, and like it makes you want to get closer to doing. For me, like personally, it makes you feel like want to be closer to not doing. I cannot word my word properly, but basically like want to hindarkan diri from doing bad things lah basically. It's basically like a reminder. Seeing people doing bad things is kind of a reminder for you, in a way, to not do bad things. But that doesn't mean you have to keep. Macam mana, don't. There's one thing that like sometimes people dia suka bash tau. Dia macam bila dia tahu orang ni buat sesuatu yang buruk, nanti dia akan bash. Dia cakap benda buruk je. Sedangkan it's not really a good thing to keep talking bad about someone who did bad. You get what I mean? Because takut benda yang kita cakap tu akan berbalik pada kita, which is why it's better for us to not talk when we don't have good things to talk about.
As humans, we actually have it in us to reach the ends of both extremes. And that's why my friend who brought up Surah Ad-Din said that, and I quote, as a Muslim, I believe that that kind of evil exists in this world, on this earth. Because those who believe in the verses of Allah, i.e. he who says that he can reduce man to become the lowest of the low, will believe that Epstein-level evil exists. These are the people that Allah has reduced to literal scum, to become asfala safilin, to be inhabitants of the hellfire of Jahannam. And these are the people who, in Al-Jathiyah, Allah says, they take their desires as their God. They follow their whims. They
ikut nafsu
revolve their
dia je. Dia
lives, their
suka, dia
decisions.
buat apa yang dia rasa dia nak je. Which is why, actually, macam dalam Islam ni, dia bukan, orang kan fikir kalau Islam ni macam mengurung. But the truth is like Islam is actually protecting us in the world.
Their actions, everything around what they want and what they want. And I hope I'm making that very clear. But then on the other end, you have the people who are the best of the best. They were created from ahsani taqweem, and they end becoming inhabitants of Jannah, of Allah's paradise. And who are these people? الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. And that is upon the guidance of the Quran and the Sunnah, living life by the Quran and the Sunnah. Not living by what you want or what you want, but living the way Allah wants you to live. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ridaka wal jannah wa na'udhu bika min sakhatika wan nar.
Yeah. I mean, nah, the reason why is because like it kind of pisses me off every time. Cause like I'm actually.
12. From Akara, go grab yourself some takoyaki later, son.
Oh, arigato. Thank you. Alamak, dapat belanja pula hari ni. Okay, nanti I beli takoyaki. Thank you, Akira.
Okay, so here's the thing. Sorry. So like my studies, kebetulan nama pengasas teori tu nama dia Epstein, tapi she's someone else. Her name is Joyce Epstein. Thing is, Epstein like is like a surname, right? A family name. And then like it just pisses me off every time people come in and just like, oh, Epstein file. I'm like, can we not talk about that thing here? I'm stressed. But I end up have to talk about it in a sense. So like macam in a way to just like you know about it, like I'm not here to discuss about it, let's not talk about it kind of thing. Yeah. I'm here to talk about her theory, not about the files. Her theory is about like, you know, like family involvement in children's education. Like I don't know, I just hate like the whole like Epstein file thing. Like kesian, orang lain pun ada je nama Epstein tapi tak berkait pun. You get what I mean? Yeah, like that. The fuzz is a bit too much, so yeah. Yeah, the I don't know, it's just so like, you know, my heart is like they say like it's not for a faint of heart. Like my heart is faint. My heart is a peanut. Remember I play Freddy's, right? And then I'm like Benny was like, yeah, my heart is a peanut, bro. I cannot take it. Like, children's, you know, literal children's. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah. Case too sensitive. Yeah, it's a sensitive case, and you cannot just like bring it up like it's just another Friday. I don't know. It's just that people are not taking things seriously, and people are so desensitized of like bad news, which is sad. Yeah, which is sad. Morning, Sarah. Morning, sayang. Apa kabar? I know I can handle gore, but kids, yeah, that's the thing, right? It's an sensitive issue, so I hope people be sensitive about, you know, bringing things up, because like as I explained, the Epstein I'm talking about have nothing to do with that file. This is Joyce Epstein, and she makes a theory about how family involvement in children's education is important. So please don't bring up that file. I'm good. I'll be back on 13. Wait, really? You'll be back on 13? Kita puasa bila? Kita puasa... Oh, kita puasa minggu depannya. Oh, dang, girl, wanna hang out? I don't know. Takut you busy pula sebab dah nak puasa. But yeah, if you're available, just DM me. Yeah. For a week. Yeah. Probably puasa 18 dengan 19. Jom iftar together. Kalau iftar together, first or second? You balik kira 22 ataupun 21 lah kan? Probably Friday ke? I don't know. Tengok macam mana. If sempat kan? Sebab busy. Tengoklah kalau ada rezeki kita iftar together. My birthday jatuh time puasa. Oh. Faham, faham. That's good actually. Puasa waktu your birthday is actually like something sunat, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So yeah, anyways. Hold on. Actually, I did another round of laundry. Let me pick it up. I need to pick up. That's the last one. And then we can continue. I'm probably gonna stream until 12 today, sebab there's a lot of thing I need to cover for my study this time. Yeah. Hold on, hold on.
Meow. Roar. Meow. Roar. Meow. Roar.
Okay, I'm back. Oh my god, la ilaha illallah.
Hello, I'm back. Seto, thank you for the gift. Todayo. Oh wait, where's my VTuber? Where's my model?
Hati-hati spek jatuh. How did you know that is my spek yang jatuh? How did you know? Is the sound that obvious? Yeah, my spec yang jatuh tadi. But like, I'm surprised you know it's my spec. Is the sound that obvious? I wore glasses too. Oh, I see. It was like, wow. I'm like, wow. You know it's a spec. Yeah, my spec jatuh.
I see. Yeah, I'm back.
How was the takoyaki, Akira? Dear paper of wisdom, tell me macam mana nak hilang hanya ikan. Oh, you don't like the taste of hanya ikan. You know what, Akira? Back when I was introduced to takoyaki too, I don't actually like instantly like it too. Sebab hanya ikan dia tu kind of like put me off a bit, but I eat it gradually and eventually I kind of boleh accept the food.
Yeah.
Actually, even in contohlah kalau dalam early childhood kan, dalam pendidikan awal, kalau kita nak bagi anak kita yang budak-budak tu biasakan makan, kita kena bagi dia dalam kuantiti yang kecil dan berulang-ulang supaya dia boleh terima makanan tu. That is also satu ilmu yang kita boleh gunakan untuk kita yang dewasa ni. Macam I tak suka certain food, I take it sikit-sikit dulu. Nanti lama-lama mungkin dah terbiasa dengan rasa dia, kita dah boleh terima makanan tu. IRL pun tak makan ikan. That's why kena makan omega 3 daily. Faham. Tapi kalau you tak suka makan ikan, it's okay lah. You don't have to force yourself makan takoyaki. Okay. Sadi FYP ke? Tak adalah. Bunyi tu universal at this point. I see. I see Malaysia VTuber. Ya, hello. Selamat datang. Selamat pagi. Hai cikgu, saya awal. Taklah, Sai. You are Sai. So you need to say saya Sai. Tak boleh cakap saya awal sebab kat sini ada awal. I know what you mean. Saya datang awal. You're lying though. Dah 1 jam dah. Saya awal apa? Sai. Okay, alamak. Dia majuk. Jangan majuk, Sai. Jangan majuk. Sai is awal. Omega 3 pun sekarang ada veggie option. So no more fishy taste. Veggie option? Wait. Does that mean the omega 3 come from vegetables lah? I'm a fish lover. I keep fish. I eat fish. I've killed fish. My spirit animal is a fish. Understandable. But what fish specifically are you? Like the spirit. Tak apalah. Alalala, say. Ngada-ngada. Majuk pula dia. Macam mana ni? Siapa nak pujuk?
Yeah. Betta fish. Oh. Ikan dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil ikan laga kan? Ikan laga, betta fish. Ikan laga. Ooh, pretty. Yeah.
Saya majuk. Sounds about right. Dekat dalam stream si Pio pun dia selalu majuk. Faham. Saya kuat majuk. Faham. Nak suruh Pio pujuk tapi dia tak stream. Ikan laga orang makan. Bukan. Dia put like kan tadi dia kata dia punya spirit animal. Tu yang I tanya. What is the spirit? Like what type of fish? And then dia kata betta fish. So like spirit wise, it's ikan laga. Dia tak makan lah ikan laga. But I don't, yeah, ikan laga tak boleh makan kan? I mean, boleh makan tapi I mean, it's so small, right? What are there to eat? I don't know, bro. There is a person who was like doing a challenge trying to cook all type of fish. Yeah. My spirit animal is sloth. Boleh tapi why? It's so small. It's so small. There's barely any meat. But then again, why do we eat burung puyuh though? You know? Why do people actually like masak burung puyuh? Dia pun kecil juga. Isi dia taklah berapa. Tapi boleh lah. Boleh je buat makan. You get what I mean? It's confusing. I don't know. When it's just not common, you just don't eat it, I guess. You get what I mean? Sejak bila burung puyuh bukan burung puyuh, burung puyuh. Awak kena betulkan pendengaran awak ni. Yeah. Okay, kita kembali ke penglibatan ibu bapa dalam pendidikan kanak-kanak. Okay. Burung puyuh easy to ternak. Oh, sebab tu ke? Ada orang cakap burung merpati pun boleh makan kalau... I don't know. It's good for pregnant woman. I don't know, bro. Sometimes people just make things up. I heard about it, but I don't know if it's true. Bak kata piyuh, dengar boleh percaya jangan. Makan piyuh. Enough! Merepek korang. Okay, so... Alright, let's go to... The conceptual framework that is proposed in this paper provides an opportunities for further studies to do research in more depth about continuation of parental engagement in the next National Education Development Plan, further to improve the way of parental engagement in managing student educational development at home, school, and at the community level. In addition, this conceptual framework as well as contribute to the field of educational management knowledge, filling the gap of research that pays a little attention to using management models for parents to engage in the national educational development process. This concept paper also offers a few implications that using 4M in the parental engagement, parents are able to play their role more effective in the environment at home, school, and community. Furthermore, students' life is managed better with the support by their parents and as well as. Dah letak and dia letak as well as lagi. Boleh lah. Able to improve academic achievement and character formation. Banyak betul dia punya and. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to judge, but like, I'm a bit too conscious about the grammar right now. Anyway, next policy makers also can get parent support, in addition able to implement educational development plans more effectively. Teachers and schools as well as get... Oh my god! Teachers and school as well as get the support from parents. Who is proof checking this? Directly can improve the performance of students, teachers, and schools, and finally be able to achieve the target objective. Community also can form social support collectively and be more stable in dealing with issues that can affect the educational development process. Okay. I cannot speak English, tak apa, jangan risau. You don't have to speak English. Conjunctions. I don't know. Kind of like, it's kind of strange, but okay. It is published. I don't want to judge because honestly, my English is not that good either grammarly, but when I read this, I just know something is off. Subjek apa? Subjek keluarga dan community. Direct translation kot. Probably. Saya tak tahu macam mana nak cakap England. Tak apa, jangan cakap England. At least tak ada ayat perchance every 10 words count. I guess so. In conclusion, the parental engagement that using the concept of 4M, which is expected to be able to form a strong social support for the national education development process in Malaysia, I don't know. It sounds strange. Further, the Ministry of Education Malaysia can achieve the targeted objective successfully. Okay. Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, that is done. All right. Let's continue with this one. Kenyang makan taco. Sedap ah. Sedap tak? Astaghfirullahalazim, salah tekan. Got the apricot, the effort. Apricot. Apricot. Inti tak sekian macam hari tu. Alhamdulillah. Sedap lah. Tapi cumanya bau like macam hanya ikan tu je lah tak tahan lah. Okay lah. Okay lah. Not bad lah. Pang pang. Apricot aku ada jual. Serius ah? Saya jual apricot. What will you do if your kid seems not interested in learning? Oh. Like formal learning? And how old are we talking about? How young is the kid? I need details. Aku baru 15. Kalau umur 15 kita kena actually more to like kalau teenagers lah more kena kenal dia punya minat actually. Kita kena kenal minat. Kalau budak-budak yang dah besar sikit, kita kena tahu apa yang dia minat dan cuba kaitkan pembelajaran kita dengan minat dia lah. Tapi kalau budak-budak basically mostly try to make them choose what they want to do actually. Ya, kalau kanak-kanak yang antara baby hingga ke 6-7 tahun, suruh dia pilih. You nak buat apa? You nak belajar pasal apa hari ni? Ya. Saya budak 30 tahun. Ini belajar cari sendiri. Kalau dia penat rotan dia. Bukan. Kalau penat rehat. Kalau budak-budak pukul style Asian mom boleh elakkan lah ya. Elakkan. Melainkan kalau macam mana? Different people have different parenting style. Tapi cuba elakkan lah. Random question. How do you deal with clingy student? Someone like Sir Afwan penat. Afwan nak balik. Oh, clingy student. Dia basically that kid trusts you, bro. That kid trusts you. It's hard to get like that much trust from kid. Means probably like at home dia mungkin tak banyak orang pay attention. Layan je lah. The way you deal is layan je. Yeah. Formal learning like teenage age. Yeah, if it's more towards teenager, you kind of like need to know what they are interested in. Minat apa, kaitkan apa yang you ajar tu dengan you punya tajuk lah in a way. Tapi dia ada tahap dia lah kan, ada. Anak buah aku 5 tahun tapi susah betul nak ajar dia. And dia suka cakap pelat. Suka cakap pelat ni selalunya daripada rumah lah. Mak bapak dia pakai perkataan-perkataan yang macam mamam. Apa lagi yang pelat-pelat. Dulu tapi kan, dulu. You know, I tak boleh sebut kebangsaan when I was like 4 or 5 gitu kan. Kan my brother is like 5 years older than me. So like dia pergi sekolah kebahasaan I cakap. And then my mom ada seorang kawan ni namanya PA. Pasal I cakap CA. I tak boleh cakap CPA. Itu natural pelat lah. Tak adalah orang ajar I pun cakap macam ke kebahasaan ke. Itu memang I sendiri yang tak boleh cakap. Parent dia tak ada cakap pelat. Oh, so maybe itu natural lah pelat dia. Dia memang sendiri yang pelat. Nanti okey lah tu. Dah dia 7 tahun ke 8 tahun ke. Sebab dia baru 5 tahun kan. Biasalah pelat. Mungkin faktor cuaca. Okay. Dulu ada adik aku pelat, dia tak reti sebut D. Instead dia akan sebut K. Oh. Habis kalau pendek jadi pancake ke? Sorry. Kak ajar apa? Ini berkait tentang penglibatan ibu bapa dalam pendidikan. Tapi yang ni among urban families. Urban families maksudnya orang yang duduk pinggir bandar. Nak duduk depan akan jadi nak kukuk kepang. Ya! Oh ya! Macam tu sekali dia punya pelat. Tapi, I also learn pelat ni boleh jadi disebabkan pendengaran dia sebenarnya. Ni based on my studies tau yang I belajar. Mungkin pendengaran dia masih belum jelas. Tapi kena buat audio test lah kalau nak tahu sama dia. Sebab yang ni dia more pada, if I'm not mistaken, autism or ADHD kids lah. Dia punya pendengaran tu tak sama dengan kita. Like it's like wired different, which is why nanti bila kita cakap tu dia dengar lain. And then kita paksa dia betulkan, dia dengar still lain. Dia kata, betul lah I cakap sama lah dengan you. Kenapa you cakap I cakap lain? Gitu. So kita kena check adakah pendengaran dia mungkin something off lah. Maybe. Sebenarnya ada studies. Temannya I tak ingat studinya sebab I tak study bahagian tu mendalam. Pendengaran. Tadi baru je lalu FYP. Adik Peppa Pig tu officially partial deaf. Oh!
Meow. Roar.
Wait, the Peppa Pig, the what, like voice actor? I tak tahu. So, orang tone deaf tu macam tu ke? Tone deaf is a different thing. Itu more pada music. I don't really know much actually. Yeah. I think I'll be that one fun day and my future wife be that one fun police mom. Selalu fikir macam tu. You want your wife to be the garang one, is it? Bukan, in cartoon. Oh, in cartoon, the Peppa Pig siblings tu dia partially deaf. I see. That explains kenapa adik dia tu tak banyak bercakap. I see. Faham? Partially deaf. Aku nak jadi lelaki. Memang dah lelaki dah pun, say. Tak payah minta lagi kot nak jadi lelaki. Patutlah adik dia tak suka makan sayur. Tak ada kaitan kot. But okay. Alright. But yeah. Okay, kita sambung. Korang nak kacik-kacik I sambung ni. Okay. Parental involvement in education among urban families in Malaysia. Okay, so penulis dia adalah Nurul Huda, Muhammad Sattar, Roza Hazli Zakaria dan Nur Aniza Ishaq. Department of Economics, Faculty Economics and Administration, University of Malaya. Oh, ni UM. Akak UM yang menulis ni. Okay. Alright, so Parental involvement is one of the determinants of students' academic achievement. However, low parental involvement has been identified as one of the deterrents to improve the quality of education in Malaysia. Jadi, memang ibu bapa dekat Malaysia ni kurang terlibat dengan pendidikan anak-anak lah. So far, I think. Tapi Singapore pun I think ada yang I pernah nampak macam diorang buat satu video ni kan. Diorang buat video maid versus the actual parents, right? The maid know the kids way more than the parents, which is sad. So are they involved in their education? ? I don't know. I think mana-mana negara pun probably like parental involvement. Tapi kan in America, their involvement, I tak tahulah sebab I tengok drama. I tak tahu sebab drama is a different thing, right? Macam I tengok dalam cerita 911 contoh, I tengok dia punya bapa pergi sekolah lepas tu macam kind of like, they also kind of make activities, you get what I mean? Kadang-kadang ibu bapa tu dia jemput supaya bercakap tentang pekerjaan dia orang. Macam ibu bapa tu cakap depan kelas. Kat Malaysia, I tak pernah pula experience this kind of thing where like they invite parents to talk about their works. You get what I mean? Yeah. I tak pernah nampak lah kat Malaysia. So I think in a sense they did involve parents a lot. Cumanya I don't know. It depends on where that happens, I guess too. iPad kids. Somebody call 911. So maid lagi pandai dari budak ke macam mana? Bukan. What I mean is ibu bapa dia tak terlibat dalam hidup anak dia as much as they should. Macam tu lah. Sebab maid dia lebih memahami anak orang tu. Sedangkan itu kan anak orang tu. Faham tak? Lepas tu dia hire orang gaji. Orang gaji ni yang selalu hadap anak orang tu. Jadi dia macam anaknya tu dia jadi lebih rapat dengan maid berbanding dengan mak bapak yang sebenar. Sebab mak bapak sibuk kerja. Tapi faham je Singapura pun kos hidup tinggi. Tak tahulah, susah lah. Kira maid mempengaruhi seorang anak. Bukan. That's not the main point. The main point is siapa yang spend lebih masa dengan anak-anak. Siapa yang luangkan masa lebih dengan anak-anak. Macam tu. Siapa yang lebih kenal anak-anak tu. Anyways. This paper aimed to investigate the issue by examining the determinants of parental involvement at home among urban households with primary school age children. Okay. Using 744 self-reported data collected through a survey on households in Klang Valley. Klang Valley. Klang Valley mana guys? Selangor? I'm assuming. Betul lah. Kuala Lumpur lah. Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya. Maaf ya, saya tak tahu. Klang Valley. Okay. Klang Valley, Selangor plus KL. Oh, this. Okay, I see. That's why not traditional wife. I mean, Jan. Benda Badrul. Klang Valley dekat belah sana, faham? Alright, so a score of home-based involvement was constructed. The estimation of the home-based involvement score against socio-economic characteristic of household suggested that families with younger and married parents involved favorably more in children's education as compared to older and single-parent households. Okay. Apa yang dia kata kat sini, kalau dia punya ibu bapa tu masih berkahwin dan muda lagi, diorang akan lebih terlibat dalam pendidikan anak-anak. Yalah sebab muda lagi kan. Tapi kalau ibu bapa tu dah tua, dia macam kurang sikit lah penglibatan begitu. Ada tak cara untuk improve budak-budak punya attention span? Budak-budak ni cepat sangat hilang fokus. Satu teknik yang macam you boleh cuba adalah macam grab their attention by some sort of like cheers macam tu kan. Contoh macam mana? I actually I don't remember what is the sabar.
I was with some
You need
friends
to
the other day
like
and
grab
we were
their
talking.
attention. Contoh macam contoh tepuk-tepuk semangat tu kan. Tu nanti dia macam pay attention to you for a moment. Lepas tu nanti, and then you need to keep doing something that is engaging. Kalau guna bell boleh. Boleh juga. That is a good idea. Hulu gula-gula. Tapi dalam konteks ni maksudnya dalam bilik darjah kan, Hafiz? Dalam bilik darjah tu macam mana kita nak tingkatkan dia punya focus span. Ni bukan dalam hidup harian lah macam tu. Is it? Ya, dalam pembelajaran. Ni lah saya boleh tunjuk dekat TikTok ni ada cikgu-cikgu yang share diorang punya cara untuk grab their student attention. Jom kita tengok, kita belajar sama-sama. Ayuh kita belajar bersama-sama.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone.
Sekejap,
Today
let
I'm
me-
going to share with
Sekejap, I duduk dekat belah kanan ni.
you some attention getters for you to control your kids in your class. Let's go.
Tapi ni sekolah rendah lah. Yeah, this one. Actually, this one maybe kalau sekolah menengah boleh jugalah pakai. Sebab 15 years old, you say just now? Tepuk ni boleh lah.
Hands on top. Now we stop. Focus, focus. Everyone focus. Eyes on me. Eyes on you. Listen to me. Listen to you. I hope it helps.
Yeah, macam tu lah. One of the way to grab their attention lah. Tapi this is more to kalau diorang dah mula macam you tengah cakap-cakap kat depan, lepas tu diorang pun dah ngantuk. Dah. Tengoklah, I tak tahu sebab dulu I sekolah asrama, kita orang selalu problem kita orang mengantuk. Bukan kita orang tak nak dengar cakap cikgu tu. Kita orang ngantuk, kita orang tidur. Jadi cara untuk kita orang tak mengantuk tu, cikgu kita orang akan suruh kita orang bangun, kita orang lompat ke apa ke. Buatlah sekejap. Lepas tu nanti kita orang okey lah, segar lah sikit sekejap. Kalau sekolah, sebab I pernah sekolah asrama and then I change to sekolah harian. Kat sekolah harian, problemnya dia mau bukan pada tidur. Dia macam nak bebel dengan kawan kan. So, kalau nak bebel dengan kawan ni, bolehlah guna teknik yang tadi tu. Dulu bentang toto je kat kelas. But yeah, this is one of the way that you can do lah. So, cara you masuk kelas tu kan. Contoh kalau mungkin first time class. It's better to start during your first time class lah. You masuk kelas untuk kali pertama, you cakap dengan diorang, okay, hari ni teacher nak ajar atau tak tahulah you cikgu bahasa Melayu ke, mungkin pendidikan Islam ke, I tak tahu. You boleh masuk cikgu sains ke. You set a boundaries lah. Set boundaries with your students. Ajar dia rules dalam kelas and then daripada situ you dah establish, senang you nak macam control the classroom in a sense. Yeah. Tapi dia memang nampak macam senang tapi agak sukar lah. Jadi benda ni kena buat slow-slow. Build your confidence to do this with your students. Yeah. If I try this on my crush instead, maybe makan penampar, huh? But yeah. Boleh cuba teknik-teknik ni. Ada banyak lagi teknik. Kalau mungkin tak minat dengan teknik cikgu ni, boleh cuba teknik lain lagi dekat dalam TikTok. Macam-macam orang bagi contoh. Yeah. Video apa tu nampak menarik? Alah, ni like attention grabbers, you know, dekat dalam kelas.
Listen for a few minutes. You can train
Salah
them
orang ni,
to
salah orang ni.
listen
Kak, bukan awak kak. Kak ni, please. Yang ni. Ni Akira. Alah, I think you know this.
You some attention
Sebab you sekolah
getters
rendah kan?
for you to control
You
your kids in your
ajar
class.
sekolah rendah.
Let's go. Class, class. Yes, yes. Class, 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 class. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, those kind of things. Okay. Ayuk kita sambung. Either buat countdown ataupun hands up, hands down. Yeah. I taught at math back then and it's really hard to grab student attention. Yeah. You kinda, in a sense, kalau, sebab I punya belajar fokus more pada kanak-kanak tau. So, I tak boleh lah nak samakan dengan mengajar sekolah menengah. Tapi, in a way, actually, in a sense, in order for you to get their attention is also to like get to their level in a way, you know. I perasan selalu kalau cuma jangan terlalu sampai diorang macam rasa too selesa to you sampai macam pijak you lah gitu kan. Biasa cikgu-cikgu muda lah, cikgu-cikgu yang baru habis belajar, mungkin diorang macam terlalu, dia tak tahu macam mana nak control classroom lagi. Jadi dia macam terlalu baik dengan dia punya student. Tapi student dia in the end macam tak dengar cakap dia. There's a way to make a boundaries lah. Yeah. Tapi benda ni pun kita akan belajar secara, macam as you mengajar tu, lama-lama you akan belajar lah macam mana nak handle students like that. Yeah, it's an experience. Yeah. Sebab dulu pun macam sebab I mengajar 2 tahun kan kat tadika. Budak-budak pandai. Dia cakap macam ni, teacher Sara tak marah. Dia cakap like the other teacher, my colleagues yang I said umur dia 40 tahun macam mak-mak kan. Dia cakap, teacher yang tu nanti dia marah. And I was like, dang Shan, these kids. Yeah, from there I learned lah macam, okay, I need to basically like ada benda kita kena ni lah, kena set lah supaya budak-budak ni faham macam tu. Yeah. Belajar dari pengalaman. True. I pun dulu macam biasalah kita kan, I baru habis belajar. Lepas tu macam takkanlah you know, kita macam segan. Takkan kita nak marah-marah budak-budak ni. Lepas tu ada pula cikgu-cikgu lain. So, I macam, you know, I mostly try to tolerate with the kids. But, lama-lama bila kita belajar untuk tolerate, budak akan tahu kita ni macam senang nak bawa main lah gitu. So, kita pun kenalah belajar macam mana kita nak buat boundaries in classroom gitu. Yeah. Literally has to down the syllabus and make it into storyboard. Orang faham, yeah. Kira aja tadika. Dulu. I teach for 2 years before, but now I'm just studying. I belajar. Alright, so let's continue. On the other hand, households with both parents working involve less in their children's education. Jadi ni one of the common thing lah, I faham. Ekonomi, in this economy, you know, dalam ekonomi kita yang sekarang ni, ada keluarga perlukan kedua-dua ibu bapa bekerja supaya anak-anak dapat hidup dengan selesa mungkin. Jadi mereka akan lebih, diorang akan kurang terlibat dalam pendidikan anak-anak. However, at the same time, the involvement was found to be influenced positively by household income. Jadi dia tak ada masalah dari segi keuangan lah sebab mak bapak dia kedua-duanya bekerja. As dual earner families receive larger income, this might offset the negative effect of dual earner characteristic on involvement. The interaction between income and dual earner variables revealed that the effect of income was cancelled out when both parents are working and they were from higher income group. In the case of middle income group, however, the higher income due to dual earnings did not compensate the lower commitment devoted to their children's education, which led to a negative total effect. This finding suggested a dilemma faced by the urban families, especially from those of middle income. Nak tanya why I tend to attract children, but I've never interact with one. Tend to attract children tu macam mana tu? What do you mean by that? Right. Education has long been recognized as an important source of economic growth. 2/3 of gross domestic product growth is explained by cognitive skills of the population.
Assalamualaikum Sarah. Waalaikumsalam Otong.
The empirical evidence of positive contributions of education on the economy were also supported by McMahon, Asterio, and Agiomergianakis. Banyaknya nama. The International Institute for Applied System Analysis. Among others, education is also an essential mechanism to eradicate poverty, as the probability of escaping poverty is associated with an increase in education. Okay. According to survey by the Ministry of Education Malaysia, in 2011, on average, a typical Malaysian student spends 52% of his or her time daily at home and with the community, and another 15% at school. As children spend most of their time at home and school, these institutions are deemed very influential on students' performance. Thus, it is important for parents and teachers to cooperate to ensure that the children get the best education that will consequently shape their future. Bye cikgu, nak fokus kerja dulu. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining, Hafiz. Budak-budak tiba-tiba datang dekat saya padahal saya introvert. Is that a bad omen? That's not a bad omen. That means children are able to trust you. Maybe it's your appearance. I don't know. Maybe you smiled at them. Probably. Yeah. Alright, so past studies have called the idea of interaction and cooperation between parents, children, and teachers in the children's academic matters as parental involvement. Parental involvement in children's education. Parental involvement in children's education can take place at home and at school. School-based parental involvement may include parent-teacher interaction about children's academic performance and parents' involvement in school-related activities. On the other hand, parental involvement at home includes their direct involvement in children's learning activities, such as reading and helping with homework, and indirect involvement through anticipating and planning the homework. Parenting decision making. Parental involvement at home includes school based. Okay. Smile, tengok muka dia orang pun tak. Maybe it's your clothes, your appearance. Like my mom, for example, dia pakai stokin durian masa tu. I ingat tengah solat tarawih. Lepas tu budak tu tak habis-habis duduk belakang dia. You know, sebab rupa-rupanya my mom punya stokin tu gambar kartun. Gambar durian lah. Gambar gula-gula lah gitu. Jadi budak tu jadi tertarik dengan stokin dia. Yeah, there's a reason why kids are attracted, I guess. Like there's a factor, maybe baju, maybe aura, kita tak tahu. Anyways, there are numerous evidences on the positive effects of parental involvement on children. Kalau IRL memang kerja sebagai cikgu ke? Dah berhenti dah. dah tak jadi cikgu. Okay, now I have low self-esteem about my clothing. No, there's nothing wrong with whatever you wear. Maybe it just attracts children and there's no problem. There's no problem with that. Alright, the most discussed positive effect was on students' academic achievement. In addition, several studies have found that parental involvement also includes good behaviors such as reducing absenteeisms and dropouts, as well as increasing the motivation to learn among the students. The Malaysian government has recognized the importance of parental involvement as a tool in improving students' performance and quality of education. In the Malaysian Education Blueprint 2013 to 2025, toolkits to encourage parents' involvement were introduced as a national initiative to help the parents be more engaged in their children's education matters. Ministry of Education Malaysia 2013. The toolkit for the parent-school relationship is called Sarana Sekolah, and the toolkit for parent-children relationship is called Sarana Ibu Bapa. In Sarana Ibu Bapa, a survey and guidelines are provided for parents to analyze their own weakness and strengths in educating their children, focusing on 4 angles: providing a conducive learning environment at home, allowing social interaction, and giving academic support, and communicating with the children. Bedtime stories ke ni? If you count educational jargon as a bedtime stories, sure. Boleh je kalau you nak take this as a bedtime stories. Additionally, parents are also encouraged to discuss with the Parents-Teacher Association (PTA) atau dalam bahasa Melayu, Persatuan Ibu Bapa dan Guru.
Red Drag, thank you for the rostayo. Bala arigato. Thank you.
And other parents to increase their knowledge on the best parental involvement practice. Okay. Sambung. The government introduced this initiative due to the concern over the lack of parental involvement among Malaysian parents. According to a report on Malaysian education performance by the World Bank, low parental involvement was one of the key constraints in improving the quality of basic education in this country. Time constraint. Oh, sekejap. Tapi kan, sebenarnya benda ni I boleh gunakan untuk one of my question dekat challenges. Mana challenges? Kenapa dia naik atas? Awak turun bawah. Terkejut. Takut kalau I dah delete. Like, girl, I wrote a lot already. Please don't be gone. Time constraint and inability to properly express their concerns or ideas were among parental involvement deficiency reasons. Time constraints. Okay. Patel, 2014, found that some parents from lower income groups were not actively involved in their children's education because they put their total trust in the teachers' and schools' hands. More than half of the low-income parents were not interested in having more interactions with the school, as they think that the school and teachers know their jobs well. Therefore, these parents put their trust wholeheartedly on the teachers and thought that they do not need to intervene in matters related to their children's education, which is translated into lack of parental involvement. The parents also thought that they have been informed well about their children's academic performance. Parents from low-income families usually assume that everything is going well with their children's academic performance without knowing much about the actual progress their children make. This then led to a mismatched information between the reality of their children's educational achievement and their assumption. This is basically socio-economic punya factor lah. Faktor socio-economic. Patel, 2014, also reported low home-based parental involvement, where parents rarely involve in the activities to help their children at home. Most parents spare limited amount of time to help with their children's homework and revision, as most of them could not help their children with homework because of their low education level. This was also highlighted in the Malaysia Education Blueprint 2013 to 2025, where parents' socio-economic status was identified as a significant factor affecting children's academic achievement. Khalid, 2016, also provided evidence on the importance of parent education background as it is directly related to educational mobility. He found that 33% of children whose parents have no formal education obtained from tertiary education, while the percentage was 92% among those whose parents have obtained tertiary education. tertiary education. Another important observation related to parental involvement is the increasing number of dual earners households, especially in the urban areas. The increasing participation of women in the labor market has contributed to the increasing patterns of dual earner families. In the field of household allocation of time, sorry, my bad. In the field of household studies, this phenomenon has raised the interest on the issue of intra-household allocation of time. In Malaysia, women's role in the economy has received favorable attention. For instance, national policy on women was introduced in 1985. An inclusion of the issues of women empowerment in the national plans serves as an indicator to the level of government's commitment towards strengthening women's role in the economy and consequently had been identified as a contributing factor to the increased participation of women in the labor market. In the period of 1990 to 2016, women's participation increased from 47.8% to 54.3%.
Hi Sarah, hi Pae, nyaho nyaho, welcome in, selamat pagi.
The highest percentage of women involved in the labor market fell within the age group between 24 and 44 years old. This age group coincides with marriage and childbearing period.
Right, hello Zach, selamat pagi.
The greater access and opportunities for women in education have provided a platform for them to participate in the labor market. One potential issue that may arise from the increased number of dual earner households is less time spent by the parents on their children. Knock and Kingston 1988 highlighted in their study that parents in dual earner families spend less time with children compared to single earner families. Hoffert and Sandberg 2001 found that maternal employment will lessen mothers' time to interact with their children, such as less time in reading together or helping with homework. The issue of middle income squeeze in Malaysia is also worth concerning. In a recent report on the state of Malaysian households, Khalid 2016 provided evidences of middle class squeeze phenomenon.
Hi, good morning, Ki. Have you eaten breakfast yet? I already ate breakfast, thank you very much for asking. I hope you have breakfast too. I wish you have a great day. I wish you have a great day too. Thank you for joining, Ki.
Okay. Comparing parents' income to their first child, Khalid found that children belong to third and fourth income quintile did not do better than their parents in terms of income. Their income was found to be either at the same level as their parents or decrease. Additionally, Kaur 2016 reported that the recent upsurge in food prices has pushed the cost of living up, which has reportedly affected the urban middle income. Thus, Malaysia was urged to formulate appropriate policies to cater for its middle income group. The sluggish educational mobility among the lower income families might later result in persistent social inequality among Malaysians. In addition, parental involvement in children's education is becoming increasingly important during school lockdowns due to COVID-19 pandemic. Online learning requires readiness and commitment of the students, where during remote learning period only parents could provide guidance, monitoring and motivation to the students. To this end, this study was set to examine the determinants of parental involvement, focusing on home-based involvement in the context of Malaysian urban households. The objectives were twofold. First, to explore the level of parental involvement at home among urban parents, and second, to examine the determinants of parental involvement level with particular interest on the role of dual earner characteristics. This study focused on the level of home-based parental involvement for families with primary school-aged children. This paper is arranged as follows. Okay, I'm back. Sorry I took long. No, it's okay. Don't apologize. All right. Conceptualization of parental involvement. Oh no, this is the No Child Left Behind thing. All right. The definition of parental involvement varies among researchers. Cotton and Weichland define parental involvement as the participation of parents in their children's education. The United States No Child Left Behind Act 2001 defined parental involvement as the participation of parents in regular, two-way, and meaningful communication involving student academic learning and other school activities, including ensuring that parents play an integral role in assisting their child's learning, that parents are encouraged to be actively involved in their child's education at school, that parents are full partners in their child's education and are included as appropriate in decision making, and on advisory committees to assist in the education of their child. Which is why kalau you tengok drama kadang-kadang you tengok ada yang the Karen type of mothers. Meanwhile, according to Muller, 1995, or Muller, I'm not sure, parental involvement is the interaction between three capitals, namely social, human, and financial capitals. Robinson and Harris, 2014, suggested that parental involvement include parents' communication with their children and their cooperation with the teachers and the academic institution, with the objectives to improve the academic performance of their children. Mick 2015, defined parental involvement as the way parents provide psychological and emotional support to their children, such as providing motivation or doing activities together at home and at school. This is apparently in line with the idea that parental involvement refers to being concerned or emotionally connected, as suggested by Wingard and Forsberg 2009. In sum, parental involvement can be defined as interactions between parents, children, and school, where human, financial, and social capitals are utilized. Parental involvement can be categorized into school-based involvements and home-based involvement. Home-based involvements deals with parents' interaction with their children where education is concerned, while school-based involvement concerns parents and school relationship in this study. In this study, the focus was given to home-based involvement. All right. Determinants of parental involvement. Previous studies advocated the importance of parental involvement in children education, and it's most crucial for children from low-income families. It has the potential to offset the effect of constrained economic resources in an economically disadvantaged family, so that the children could enjoy the same benefits of education as the well-off. Despite the said benefit of parental involvement for lower income group, a large number of literature found that parents from lower socioeconomic status involve less in children's education. Socioeconomic status is an important indicator when examining the level of parental involvement. Family background could include financial capital, income, human capital, parents' level of education, and social capital, the interactions between parents and children. Okay. Forms of family engagement. Copy. Parents' education level is one of the undeniably important human resources in a family. As mothers are more likely to spend more time with their children, they play a substantial role in the children's intellectual development. Mother's academic credential was found to be significant in determining the level of parental involvement in children's education. Mothers with higher education attainment were found to interact and involve more frequently with their children as compared to low educated mothers. Hapsari, Sugito, and Fauzia 2020 reported that mothers play a greater role during online learning due to COVID-19. They further emphasized the importance of mother's education background. Meanwhile, Zick, Bryant, and Osterbecker examined the role of father's education on parental involvement and found positive results in which the more educated the father, the higher the frequency of both parents playing with their child and doing activities together. They suggested that more educated parents will try to dedicate their time with their children. This is further supported by Lee and Bowen 2006, who found that parental involvement was much higher for parents with 2-year college degrees and above, particularly in parent-child discussions at home and school involvement. These parents also place higher expectation on their children to succeed academically. All right. Differences in parental involvement could also be derived from differences in the characteristic of the household. A study by Stone and McLanahan and Oswald showed that parental involvement depends on the parents' marital status. They reported a significantly lower involvement of those from single-parent households. Meanwhile, Cole suggested that single parents will be more likely to have a direct involvement with their child at home rather than involved in school activities due to time constraint. Parents' age and family size could also provide the explanation for the variation in parental involvement level. A study by Amato and Rivera 1999 found a negative relationship between parents' age and parental involvement in which older parents involved less. Stylianides and Stylianides, I guess there are siblings, reported that children from higher socioeconomic status and those who were the only child spent less time in childcare centers, suggesting a high level of parental involvement. Cashman, 2021, examined the role of wealth in determining parental involvement on low-achieving child and found unsurprisingly lower involvement of families facing higher financial constraint. Okay. In the Malaysian context, the study on parental involvement has been rather active with mixed findings. Looking into home-based involvement, Valley Malay reported different findings between Indian and Malay families when looking into the role of socio-economic characteristic in determining level of home-based parental involvement. Among Indian families, in education, income, and employment status explain the variation in the level of parental involvement, while none of those characteristics matters for Malay families. Is this for your uni? Yeah, for writing. Sekejap, eh. None of those characteristics matter for Malay families. Among Indian families, education, income, and employment status explain the variation in the level of parental involvement. While none of those characteristics matters for a Malay family. Why? Valley Malay 2013 attributed the contradictory findings that his respondents were students of a highly performed school and thus parents were aware of the importance of their children's education regardless of their socio-economic status. He also found that other than socioeconomic status characteristic of the household contributed to the level of involvement. In particular, he looked at the impact of household size on level commitment and found that larger households often involve less in matters related to their children's education. Okay, I kind of get that. Sebab lagi banyak anak dia, lagi banyak urusan dia. So, I get it. Nampak juga kalau orang yang adik-beradik dia ramai, kadang-kadang like parents tak datang kind of thing, yeah. Nowadays, parents spend more on education for their children. Because dia dalam pelan Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia pun memang nak ibu bapa ni terlibat lebih dalam pendidikan anak-anak disebabkan dalam teori, tapi sebenarnya kalau nak cakap pasal teori macam teori barat tu, actually kalau dalam Islam sendiri pun ibu bapa ni main peranan yang besar dalam mendidik anak-anak sebenarnya. Kalau kita ikut daripada situ pun memang betul mak dan ayah sepatutnya kena ambil tahu apa yang berlaku kat sekolah. But yeah, so the plan is basically based on teori ni lah, teori daripada barat. Is this for sociology? I'm in psychology major. Tapi yelah, sains sosial lah, sains sosial. Alright, so anyways, meanwhile, Abdul Hamid, Osman, Ahmad and Ismail, Zakaria and Muhammad Saleh. Wow, ramainya. Okay, tak apa, kita jangan sebut semua nama. Okay, they all studied the impact of parental involvement on students' academic achievement. Most studies reported significant contributions of parental involvement on children's education outcome. Abdul Hamid investigated the impact of parental involvement on academic achievement among children from poor households, where they found significant relationship between all elements of involvement to students' achievement, even though the level of involvement were reported to be between moderate and low. Parental involvement was measured using inventory of parental influence, which covers 3 elements: discussion, care, and communication. Yusuf and Azman findings indicated importance of parental support in determining students' work achievement via students' participation in schools or academic activities. 2 constructs represent parental support, both related to parental concern over school activities and motivation to study hard at school. Maaf nak tanya, selalu live sampai pukul berapa ya? Hari ni punya kita live sampai pukul 12, tapi selalu pukul 10 kot. Pukul 10 dah habis. Sebab hari ni kita start lambat. I membersih tadi pagi daripada pukul 7 sampai pukul 8 lebih gitu. So yeah. Also, I kind of really want to finish this one quickly sebab I ada subjek lain lagi yang nak kena buat. Tengoklah. Dia tak not fixed so far. Kalau I stream lah. Okay. Alright, so in contrast, Mahamud, Cik Hassan and Muhammad Fakhruddin, 2018, evaluated the achievement of sarana ibu bapa. By looking at home-based parental involvement, communication, and support for children education, the self-reported score of involvement in children's education matters was high, while communication and support were moderate among the selected parents. Although the parents reported high involvement, the authors, however, found no relationship between the parental involvement and their children's academic achievement. Faham? Yelah, it's a theory. It's a theory. It doesn't like 100% work exactly how the theory said. Mohon bagi semangat nak mendobi baju. Semangat. I pun baru habis basuh baju tadi. Tadi I baru angkat baju. Various reasons explain low involvement among parents, especially those belonging to lower socioeconomic status. The important constraint facing these parents is time. Capers and Aries 2017, on the other hand, found that parental involvement differs according to the order of the birth. Kinda understand that too, which is higher for earlier children. Sebab first time becoming parents, selalunya anak sulung tu adalah orang yang pertama lah dia orang hadap. Lepas tu nanti bila dah anak kedua, anak ketiga, dia macam tak ada apalah, benda ni kita dah pernah lalui gitu. Which is why parental involvement is usually higher for anak sulung, anak pertama. Socioeconomically disadvantaged parents are mostly working class and would not have much time to spare for their children. Lack of financial resource also plays a key role in explaining the lower involvement of parents from lower socioeconomic group, which restricted the ability of the parents to provide favorable home environment for the children. Alright. Cashman, Bathakarja, and Sabatis. I'm so sorry, whoever you are. I'm not sure how to say your name. Study on parental involvement during lockdowns found that more affluent families have better resources to be involved in their children's education at home. Okay. Alright. Some other studies highlighted lack of human capital, such as skills to educate the children, lack of confidence, and an unclear prospect of the roles that they can play in their children's education. As barriers to parental involvement among these parents. Sometimes parents were reluctant to get involved due to low self-esteem or feeling unwelcome at schools. Ruholt proposed that parenting style that was shaped by parents' background and experience during childhood as the explanation for the low involvement. Okay, I got one thing to add. Sabats, Sabats. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maklumlah kalau nama bukan orang Melayu ni, I pun tak tahulah nak sebut macam mana. Families with special needs, socioeconomic status, parenting. Tak apa, kita belajar sama-sama. Setuju? Okay. G and Koblinski, 2009, found that communication and language as the barriers to parental involvement among low-income Chinese immigrants. Although these parents have high aspirations and expectation for their children to succeed, language barriers and time constraints have made it difficult for them to get involved in their children's education. Barriers in the form of lacking human capital were magnified during the pandemic when parents had to assume different roles during the remote learning period.
Garbe, Ogurlu, Logan, and Cook, Koskela, Pilanen, Pispahakala, Vornanen, and Hamalainen. Ni orang dari negara mana agaknya? Nama dia orang unik-unik betul. And most of them were unprepared for the shift of responsibility due to the lack of knowledge or pedagogy. Kok namanya jadi Jawa gitu? Jadi Jawa. Apa dia cakap tu? I don't know, bro. How do I say these names? Anyways, parental involvement among dual earner households. The increased participation of women in labor market subsequently led to the rise in proportion of dual income earner households, which brought change to the maternal and paternal roles in the household. Past researchers that delved into examining the effects of dual earner characteristics of a household on parental involvement have mostly agreed that parents in dual earner families spend less time with their children compared to single earner household. Which makes sense sebab mak bapak bekerja, jadi nak minta leave kerja pun bukan senang. I get it. In this economy, guys, in this economy. However, there were a few studies that reported contrasting findings, such as Bianchi and Zig. Bianchi, ataupun Bianchi lah, I tak tahu Bianchi, reported that the level of involvement was not different between single and dual earner household due to increasing awareness among parents and education's importance. I see. So, it's contradictory. It depends. Dia ikut individual. Kita tak boleh nak kumpulkan semua orang tu dalam sekelompok. Anyways, moreover, dual earner families had better financial resources and were willing to spend the available time to help their children to succeed in education. Ya, harga mainan pun dah mahal untuk bapaknya. Oh, mainan bapak dia kena loan tau. Jangan main-main. Buat loan. Zeke reported that parents in dual earner household spend more time with their children in reading and helping with homework compared to parents in single earner families. They suggested that although working mothers in dual earner families might have less time to spend with their children, but they optimized the available time and used it productively on activities that provided most benefit to the children. Muller, 1995, proposed that mothers' employment status as a determinant of parental involvement levels in dual earner families, in which part-time working and educated mothers were found to have the highest level of involvement with their child because they have the ability to balance the time between working and child care. Okay. Correspondingly, Mann has found that parental education in dual earner families had a positive correlation with parental involvement level. She suggested that mothers still had higher involvement with their children despite working, as they tried to allocate their time to participate in children's activities. A study by Gladich and Pedersen found that parents in dual earner families tend to involve more in motivating their children by giving praises and affection, and involving less in disciplining them. I'm genuinely scared. How the heck do you know? Bro, I have a brother, I have a father. They need to loan for cars, for, I don't know, if they want to upgrade their cars or something. This is usually I notice male are, they more interested in that. That is their permainan, Anyways, maybe could be games, who knows. Games are also expensive nowadays, depends on what games you're playing. Anyways, the rise in dual earner families led to an increasing role of fathers in their children's education.
Bianchi suggested that fathers are more involved with their children in modern dual earner families than traditional single earner families. Furthermore, Zick found that fathers' involvement in helping children doing homework and reading was higher in dual earner households. Craig and Churchill examined dual earners' household work and care during COVID-19 and found that lockdowns had resulted in lower paid work, particularly among mothers, and increased childcare among fathers, with reported reduction in satisfaction over work-life balance. Morning, teacher. Wah, teacher dah membesar. Betul, saya dah membesar. Saya dah tua. Assalamualaikum, teacher. Waalaikumsalam, Faye. Saya baru habis breakfast. Ini dah bukan breakfast. Ini brunch. Alhamdulillah, kenyang perut. Dah makan kan? Alright, so. Macam makin muda je. Awal. Jangan. Alright, materials and methods. Okay. The analysis performed in this paper were based on primary data collected through a survey conducted in 2015 on households with primary school-aged children. The reasons to focus on households with primary school-aged children are twofold. Firstly, we wanted to ensure households' homogeneity. Benda tu. Homogeneity. What are you? The quality of being all the same or all of the same kind. Equality, persamaan, homogeneity. As primary education is compulsory education years in Malaysia. As much as 2,000 questionnaires were distributed in Klang Valley areas. 1,150 were returned and only 744 responses were considered for analysis after eliminating the missing values. Weh! Oh, kalau study master PhD ni mencabar betul. Dia print 2,000 questionnaire. 1,500. Bayangkan, daripada 2,000 tu hanya 1,150 je dipulangkan dan hanya 744 responses boleh digunakan. Macam ngundi kan? Kan ngundi tu datang ramai-ramai. Ada pula undi yang tak masuk. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, let me continue. 9 items were forming the home-based involvement. The items are presented in table 1. Okay, apakah? Motivate children to study hard. Ni home-based involvement 4.4%. Yang paling tinggi adalah mak bapak motivate anak-anak untuk belajar bersungguh-sungguh. Kedua, provide the necessary facilities and equipment. Mak bapak menyediakan keperluan lah, necessary facilities. Okay. Obtain feedback from teachers regarding children's academic achievement. Ni mungkin report day lah kan, hari ambil report card tu. Discuss with children regarding their interests. Interesting. This is the 4th one. Tak ramai yang berbincang dengan anak-anak tentang minat mereka. Tapi faham je, zaman dulu, like for me lah, even my mom punya experience with her mother lah macam tu kan. Dia tak banyak bercakap. Disebabkan generasi dulu berbeza dengan generasi sekarang. Me and my mom banyak cakap kita orang kalau bebel sampai esok pun tak habis. So yeah, my mom do ask me a lot about my interest ke apa ke macam tu. So kita macam boleh berbual. Tapi di zaman dulu, mak bapak cara parenting berbeza. Anyways, assist children with their homework 4.9. Makin rendah ya. Discuss with children on education planning. Okay. Nombor 6. 7. Take part in religious activities with children. 8. Reading together. Kat Malaysia ni reading together macam bukan satu amalan, I feel like. Kita mana ada bedtime stories? Benda tu kat US je kita tengok bedtime stories.
Mother, it's time for bedtime story.
Anyways, mamanya mencubit tak, Sarah? Tak sangat. I tak nakal sangat. Kalau nakal, kenalah sikit-sikit. Take children to participate in community activities. Okay. Alright. Yang ni, yang banyak-banyak ni nak baca juga ke? Bacalah sikit-sikit supaya kita jadi macam faham apa yang ada dalam survey dia. Male, female, married, single parent, continuous variable. Dual income 1 yes, 0 otherwise. Income level 4,000. Weh, gaji 9,000 macam mana 9,000 tu apa? Setahun ke sebulan? 9,000 sebulan macam wow. Ada ke gaji kerja apa? Korang kerja apa tu? 4,000 ni aku faham lagi. 9,000 ni kau kerja apa weh? Kau kerja apa? Anyways, occupation government reference. Sebenarnya ada je, tapi I lack knowledge actually. I lack knowledge. Okay, so table 3 present socio-demographic. Kerja bukan under government lah kot. Kerja dengan government tak boleh sampai 9,000 Tapi I faham sektor swasta gaji dia boleh jadi besar kalau dia punya tanggungjawab tu besar. Anyways, modest education lower than secondary school. Secondary school 100 sama. Diploma, degree. Frequency. Oh, ramai mak-mak di Malaysia ada degree ya. Jangan main-main. Yelah, zaman dah berubah lah. Zaman dah berubah. Ni tahun 2015 punya survey. Ya ke? Tahun 2015 ke? I lupa. Tapi paper ni publish 2023. Sedap weh bau. My mom hari ni dia masak mi daging. Macam, oh my god, I can smell it. Tak sabar nak makan. Jap, lagi setengah jam. Sedapnya itulah. Kita punya perut dah berkeroncong dah. Okay, probably discussion ni lah. Okay, lepas tu kita dah habis. Okay, habiskan discussion. Tak sarapan lagi ni. Alah ciannya. Makan tengah hari awal. Sekejap lagi kan nak solat Jumaat. Kalau lapar macam mana nak fokus waktu khutbah? Okay, discussion. The regression results revealed that household heads, age, and gender are important determinants of parental involvement in children's education. Households headed by males and younger parents had a significantly higher involvement score as compared to their respective counterparts. This reflects the possibilities that older parents are struggling to keep up with the ever-changing school syllabus, besides the possibilities that younger parents are more exposed to parental education, which was found to be a determinant for parental investment in terms of time spent with children. In contrast to previous studies that claimed mother's education level as important determinants for parental involvement, our estimation results suggested no statistical difference in the level of involvement between mothers who are degree holders and those with diploma or secondary school qualification. The only exception was mothers with less secondary education were significantly less involved as compared to mothers with a university degree. Higher involvement was also recorded for married parents compared to single parents. Our focus variable, the dual earner, was negatively related to parental involvement. Households with working parents had lesser level of involvement in agreement to findings by Nock and Kingston. Helwet, Supal, and Rup Narain. Alamak, banyaknya orang. Hoffert and Sandberg. The descriptive statistics showed that a larger proportion of urban households was dual income earner households. If we considered only married couples eliminating the single parents and guardians, out of 694 married couples, 480 were dual income earners. To understand this negative relationship, we cross-tabulated the dual factor with each home-based involvement item and found that the lowest involvements among dual income earner households were recorded for spending time reading together, taking part in religious activities, and getting feedback from teachers regarding their children's academic performance. Kejap, apakah tabulated? Tabulated. Arrange in tabular form. Oh, gitu. Tapi tabular tu bentuknya macam mana? Oh, ini. Okay, faham. Okay. Anyways, indirectly, this observation suggested that parents in dual earner families are facing a binding time constraints as those activities require time. This then led to an important concern, as well as getting feedback on their children's performance. Apakah? Astaghfirullahalazim. Sorry, melompat. Okay, this one. This then led to an important concern as the dual earner parents in our study spent less time reading together as well as getting feedback on their children's performance. Lack of parental involvement among these families could have a significant effect on children's academic achievement as having high expectations, developing and maintaining communication with the children about their school activities and schoolwork, including developing reading habits, are key types of parental involvement. The negative effects of dual earner households on involvement could be moderated by the higher household income earned by dual earner families, as previous research had devoted the insignificant difference between dual and single earner households to the fact that the former have better financial resources. Furthermore, our baseline model results indicated that families with a higher household income were significantly more involved. Both coefficients for medium and high income groups were statistically significant, with the magnitude of the differences was found to be higher as the higher the income was. This finding is similar to Valley Malay's 2012 study on Indian families, which found a positive relationship between income and parental involvement at home. A simple cross-tabulation revealed that majority of medium and higher income households were dual earners, while families belonging to lower income group were largely single income earners. Oh. Okay. In other words, while higher income allows the parents to involve more at home, it is an offset by the fact that they have lesser time to spend with their children. In fact, when we examine the relationship between income and each item of parental involvement, we found some offsetting effects between dual income characteristic and income level, where higher income families involve more in reading together, taking part in religious activities, and getting feedback from teachers regarding their children's performance. On the other hand, items of dual earner parents perform poorer. Hello, Sarah. Good morning. Good morning.
Sochi, hello.
Moreover, there were additional elements in which higher income households perform better, namely in helping with homework, discussing education planning, and preparing necessary facilities and equipment. Hence, higher income parents have greater advantages in getting involved with the children relative to dual earners, either in terms of activities that require time or require financial resources.
Good morning. Hello, Nyaho, Sawi. Apa khabar?
Okay. To know the extent to which income offset the negative effects from dual earner characteristics, we have added the interaction term between income groups and dual earner characteristic. The resulted estimation of including the interaction terms is reported in the third column of Table 4. A negative coefficient was recorded for dual earner, middle income interaction, while the higher income group's coefficient was insignificant. Even though higher income families were involved more in their children's education, but if both parents were working, their commitment level was not different from those of lower income. Okay, faham? We read these findings as a full offsetting effect of a dual earner factor for a higher income household. On the contrary, for middle income families with working parents, the involvement was predicted to be lower than those of low income, which means the lower involvement due to dual earner characteristic was not fully compensated by the larger income that this household earns. So basically, it's not fixed. At the end of the day, it depends on the parents. It depends on like what type of work the parents are working in and stuff. Dia tak boleh nak cakap orang middle income mesti parents dia akan lebih involved or like higher income mesti lebih involved. It's more to like how their lives are too. So maybe this one sebab dia tak secara mendalam. And it's kind of complicated too if we go too deep. So this study shows that maybe because like studies yang theory tu datang daripada zaman 2009 and also like 1998. Maybe masa tu dapat nampak lah secara ketara yang sebenarnya bila orang tu kaya nanti mesti lebih involved dengan dia punya anak-anak. Tapi ni lebih kurang dalam tahun 2015 dan paper ni publish 2023. Jadi mungkinlah as zaman meningkat, kita punya level of macam education tu kita sebab mungkin penggunaan social media juga kita semua dapat fakta dengan lebih meluas. Jadi kesedaran daripada segi macam pendidikan ni mungkin lebih meningkat lah. Tak kira daripada income yang low, middle ataupun high. Maybe lah, mungkin. I don't know. This is based on what I am reading. Ataupun mungkin orang Kelang ni dia built different. Orang Kelang dia punya lifestyle mungkin berbeza. Kita tak tahu. Mungkin kalau dekat Kelantan mungkin kalau kat Kelantan dia punya outcome berbeza. Contoh Kelang the Detroit of Malaysia lah. Lifestyle pun berbeza sebenarnya. Lifestyle pun berbeza. Kelang memang different. But yeah, this paper I adalah dapat 2-3 isi sikit. Yang lebih tu I just read for my macam knowledge lebih-lebih. But yeah. I lapar lah guys. Sumpah lapar. Tapi member saya orang Kelang cakap tak ada beza apa pun. Sama je. Dari segi apa yang sama je tu? What does he mean by that? Just media yang gembar-gemburkan keadaan. Betul juga. Itu in the surface je. Entahlah. Depends lah. Dia sebab macam kalau kita nak dissect betul-betul kan. Kalau kita nak dissect betul-betul. Banyak benda nak kena take in. Macam kita kena ambil berat lagi tu. Yeah. He's lying. JK. Tapi ya, memang lifestyle hidup kita berbeza. Contohlah, kalau macam dekat tempat I suburban. Suburban tu pinggir bandar lah kira kan. Jadi, macam kedai dekat sini, contoh, waktu malam dia tak buka sampai pukul 12. Dia buka sampai pukul 10 gitu kan. Lepas tu dia tutup kedai waktu malam. Macam si Hoshi, dia terkejut. Dia kata, what do you mean kedai dah tutup? I boleh order lagi sekarang. Contoh, sebab dia duduk dekat bandar. Kat bandar, kedai tutup lewat gitu. Jadi dia boleh order sampai lewat malam gitu. Contoh, lifestyle difference kat situ. But yeah, this is not education related lah. I'm just saying lifestyle difference can also like impact the result of a studies and stuff. What the topic? The topic is I'm hungry and I'm gonna go eat now. Yeah, there's a few more minutes before 12. I lied to you guys. I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm like so hungry now. Sini semi urban, semi jungle pun kedai tutup awal. I mean like usually dia more towards like kalau city lah memang betul-betul bandar. Mostly mungkin kedai tutup lebih lewat like that I think. Yeah. I mean there's people afraid to go Terengganu because of people say Terengganu are racist. Ha? I takut nak pergi Terengganu sebab satu je. Dulu I pernah keracunan makanan dekat Terengganu. Bad memories bro, bad memories. Oh man. Nah, Terengganu is cool though. Terengganu is cool. Makan sedap, makan sedap. Tapi itulah keracunan makanan. Takut nak pergi Terengganu lagi. I takut nak pergi Terengganu. Also kan museum dia wah cantik weh. Besar museum dia. Tapi I tak ingat museum apa sebab I sakit perut masa tu. Nak solat pun masa tu. My stomach is killing me that time. Masjid yang cantik tu Masjid Kristal lah kat Terengganu. Boleh pula. Kesian my parents masa tu. Dia macam baru nak tengok kecantikan. Lepas I macam I'm in pain, help, I'm dying. Masalahnya yang keracunan makanan I seorang je. Sage. But yeah. Such a memory bro, such a memory. Terengganu bukan orangnya baik-baik ke? Kita semua kan orang baik. Janganlah kita cakap satu orang tu je yang baik. Dah mula dah kacip. Okey lah. Korang pun nanti kejap lagi nak pergi solat Jumaat. Jadi bersedia, bersiap-siap sedia. Mandi-mandi. Jangan bucu-bucu. Freshkan diri nanti supaya dengar khutbah Jumaat. Alright. Take care everybody. Otsunyan. Bye-bye.